We continue our coverage of Democracy 2010 tonight as we present to you another one of the candidates running for office in our area. It is a chance for all of us to learn more about each candidate before the general election on November 2nd. Tonight, Jamie Costello talks with Jerry McKinley, Libertarian candidate for the Congressional 3rd District.
And we welcome you in again for Democracy 2010. Joining me right now, Jerry McKinley, candidate in the 3rd Congressional District from the Libertarian Party. I'll tell you what, just address the voters. Talk to the voters.
Hi, my name is Jerry McKinley. I'm the Libertarian candidate for the 3rd Congressional District for Maryland, and I'm running for this position not as a politician, but as a private citizen under the Libertarian Party. I'm not a career politician. I just want to bring some practical answers and pragmatic responses to Congress.
All right, let's get into some of the questions here. What do you think is the single most important issue facing our state today?
Today, it has to be the economy. There are 25 million or so people out of office or out of work in the United States today. Unemployment is running rampant. Taxes are going up, and so we need to focus on the economy and reduce government intervention and taxation so that we can let private industry solve the needs of the populace.
All right, Mr. McKinley, what would you do in office to affect the greatest change for those people that will vote for you?
Well, the greatest change that I think that we would do for the state of Maryland is represent Marylanders across the board, whether they are within my district or with some of my peers in the other districts within the state of Maryland. I want to go ahead and focus on balancing the budget, reducing taxes, and making sure that the federal government takes a hands-off approach to letting the state govern its own citizens.
What are the major assets that you would bring into the office?
Thanks for asking that question. I have 15 years of business experience and have grown up and traveled across the world, so Western Europe and the West Coast, and I've landed here in Maryland, and this is my home now. The asset I bring is just a outsider's perspective looking in. I can see things from a perspective that's different from people who have been lifetime politicians and have been in Congress for their entire working life.
And I guess you've touched upon this, but again, what is the single most important message that you'd like to convey to the voter?
The one message I really want to convey to the voter out there is that representative government is meant to be representative of you. You are our boss. So if they're not doing the job that you expect them to be doing, you can fire them. That's why we vote every 2 years for the House of Representatives. I'm hoping that I'm a qualified candidate and can meet the needs of the state of Maryland in the 3rd Congressional District and would look for that job.
And what is the one thing voters don't know about Jerry McKinley that you would love for them to know about Jerry McKinley?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question. So the one thing that I'd like to let people know is that I've hinted that I have traveled around and I've grown up not just in Maryland. I was not lucky enough to be born in this wonderful state, but I do have heritage that goes back to this state. My father was born in Rocks, Maryland. He spent time growing up in Baltimore City along North Avenue, and I have relatives in Pennsylvania and in Western Maryland. So this is my home now, and I want to work for the state and for the people of the 3rd District.
3rd District candidate Jerry McKinley running as a Libertarian in the November election. Good luck to you. Thanks for joining us on Democracy 2010.